So my name is Wanda Salaman. I'm the director of Mothers on the Move. And about the space around well, why it's so important. So we see I've been doing well from the beginning. And every time we see used to tell me, oh, you want to join well? I was like, nah. But I was sending out a whole bunch of people to join well, but I was like, nah, no meditation. So, but I would send people because I knew that it's good for them. But I didn't think it was good for me at that moment until I had like a breakdown in 2019. Like, okay, I better now I better take care of myself. So in the world space, it's like everybody is treated in a way that you're taking care of each other. And most of the time we're organizing is like, yo, this is all the stuff. How many people you bring into a meeting? What are you doing for the movement? What are you doing? But we never take care of ourselves, and it's breaking us down. So I saw that in this space, they were going to take care of me. So that's why I applied. Who's gonna have my bag when I went through my stuff was organized to have my bag. They fundraised for me and then made sure that I was able to stay home and take care of myself. And who was going to be in that room was organizers that was going to take care of me. So also the summit is a place that is our place to gather. I've been to so many different summits, and most of the summits like after you do the workshop, then you go and drink and you have fun. But this is a different type of summit. You do the workshop, you heal, and you work on yourself. So this is why I care about the summit.
Peace and blessings, everyone. My name is Simone Davy-Jangor. I am a co-founder of Jahaji and executive director there. And also a longtime student of Lucia. I met Lucia in 2010 when we were both working at SJL. And Lucia became my coach and really supported me on my healing journey. So Lucia's teachings through the WELL program have deeply shaped how I lead and how I sustain myself in this work. The Ella Summit is an extension of this, a much needed space where women of color and gender expansive leaders ground ourselves in healing, accountability, and values-based, purpose-driven leadership, not as abstract ideas, but as daily practice. We're living in unprecedented times, y'all. Women of color are leading many movement building organizations, as you all know, as you all are in this room. And we're going in hard. We're going in hard with the mutual aid, with the rapid response, with the organizing, and this is all to keep our community safe. And with that intensity, ruptures are inevitable. I've leaned on these teachings in some of the hardest leadership moments at Jahaji, and they've helped me to stay rooted and steady. What I've learned and what I hope others can learn at this year's summit is how to stay grounded in those intense and difficult moments, right? How to center our healing and our humanity, how to love ourselves and how to believe in our worth, how to lean into generative conflict with love, how to repair, how to stay in right relationship, and how to continue the work for the long haul. Supporting the 2026 Ella Summit means investing in the care and the resilience and the wisdom that sustain our movements, especially in this political moment. Because movements don't only need strategy, they need leaders who are whole enough to carry the work forward.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Julissa Shikha Eja with Director of Base Building at Midtown, New York. Lucia is my mother movement. She's been with me for the last 25 years. I'm a mother of two, but I also became a grandmother recently. Thank you, Lucia. I was in another path, becoming a school psychologist, and then I met Lucia and I became a community organizer, and I've been ever since. Many of the people leading that fight in the front are women of color. The last summit in 2024 couldn't have come at a better time. Right after the elections, when we had to deal with another Trump administration. It was powerful to be in a space in practice with over 100 women of color to hold us, learn, and lean on each other. I was able to bring back to my organization, Make Their Own New York practices and workshops that are helping us get through the next 4 years, this authoritarian regime. I'm a graduate from the Leadership in Body Organizing and also a graduate from the Warrior Body Liberation Program that are programs that are founded after the summit. These programs have been super instrumental to me and transformative, not just in my professional life, but also like in my personal life. Literally is what kept me going and supported me through one of my hardest time with the tragic loss of my son's father. So it was the other community that like helped me and took care of me so that I could get through. And then also the Leo program also has taught us like how we organize from our communities, because a lot of us that are doing community organizing are part of the community. And that looks different. The WAL program also taught me the importance of self-acceptance, self-love, and self-care. Even if you don't show up for yourself, you cannot show up for your loved ones or for your community. So as right now, I'm co-leading a department with mostly women of color organizers who are the front lines, helping our membership. Many of our members right now are literally being kidnapped off the streets. Like we have to literally live the trauma like every other day. And how are we taking care of ourselves, right? So having this space, the summit, the Ellis Summit coming up in a few months is super beneficial for our communities right now that are living through really, really hard situations. We need spaces to be able to support one another, hear, inspire us, and get us through one another, and be able to help us and hold us through these like difficult times. So please bring out your coins, support us. You know what I'm saying? We really need this now more than ever.
Hi, buen día, good morning, everyone. My name is Cecilia Cortez. I use she, her, hers, ella pronoun. I'm with the New York Women's Foundation. I'm very happy to be here. Honor. Thank you, Kelly, for hosting us. And I'm also a product of the Wanda Connected Tissue Federation. At the New York Women's Foundation, of course, we funded the intersection of gender, race, and economic justice. And New York is our love, our care, our space. But recently, we also identified the need to go deeper into hyperlocal strategies. And I was trying to understand the Bronx, because there's a lot of things that you hear, and there's a lot of data, which tends to be very biased in how it is presented. So I started going to rallies, showing up to rallies and talking to people. And I met Wanda, and we started thinking slowly about how the foundation could commit real dollars to the Bronx, and to go to the Bronx, not because of what lacking, but because the opportunities that were there. And we identify a great opportunity to fund women doing important work around a caring economy, an economy that cares for people and that cares for the planet. And we've been there since 2023. Wanda introduced me to Lucia. And it's been amazing. I've been learning so much from her. She's been facilitating our space. She's been grounding us, leading, aligning our values with our purpose, so that we can move the money in a way that is consequential, but also caring to the people doing the work. So it has been really amazing to work with Lucia, and Mamuti has been also part of the how we inform this strategy. And last year and this year, we were able to do some funding to make sure that some of the leaders on this cohort of organizations could attend ELA. We've heard from them that these spaces are important to not to take a break, but to step into a different space in a different time frame, and to really nurture community. And I think something that I also learned from doing this work is that sometimes funders will say like, oh, let's fund coalitions, let's support collective work. But the way that the nonprofit industrial sector is designed really goes against collaboration. So it's not enough to say that you're going to fund coalitions. You need to also fund the things that are going to break the systems that are there to separate us, right? So it's not enough to do general operating support, which is something that we need to do more. And unfortunately, I couldn't raise my hand to say that we're doing enough to support women as a funder. I think we're doing decent work, but definitely it's not enough because the need is huge. And this is just one step. I wish I could bring more people than this small cohort of women that we are sponsoring for the summit and that we were able to sponsor last year. So I invite my fellow funders, my fellow philanthropy partners here to think together if that's a possibility, if that can help. Maybe can we do something together as a collective of funders to put these opportunities up front and the benefits of investing in women and in the leadership of women. Because as you were saying, Julissa, I think, and particularly in some areas where women lead, the outcomes and the processes are so different than when men lead. Mm-hmm. And we welcome our allies and our friends and men in movement, but I think it's time to have women leading and taking care and like really being listened to. And it's time for us to break some systems and make new rules so that the benefits are for the whole community, the benefits are for everyone. My daughter is here today. I want her also to benefit from a movement that is led by women of color, because I think it's gonna make a better future for her because it's looking pretty challenging. So that's my call. Please, let's do more. It's not enough.
I mean,